looking out for you.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two.
I think they would have
God
slaughtered
be
you no
praised
matter
that
what.
my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanush of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Burgov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. Except I have another corpse in my yard.
Don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
I'd be eternally grateful to you. But be careful while you're at it. You don't want to open that wound or strain yourself.
What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
I have.
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy.
Is
But
Pavlena
we'll
the
just have to
chick
manage
that was
without her.
almost, you
But
know,
you can do it too.
apprehended?
It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
Sure.
All right, I'll try.
I don't know how.
But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Sounds good. Woohoo. Start alchemy.
First, go to the recipe book.
Recipe book is on the right. You can, by pressing E, you can browse it.
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
You can flip through the book using A and D, and by pressing Q, you can switch between recipes and the herbarium. When you're finished, go back to the brewing by pressing R. So you'll need wine, 2 handfuls of chamomile, and a handful of sage. Ass, as in... is what? Oh, add. That's... Okay, add the chamomile and boil for 1 turn. Grind the sage and add it to the cauldron. Finally,
If you've
pour.
read the recipe, get back to the bench.
So,
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the
Wine.
right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe. So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit. Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling.
Okay.
It's boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
Okay.
All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Chamomile? Okay. Oh, toss in 2 handfuls.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames.
Okay.
All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Cool.
Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it.
You can't take the file from the shelf on the left and select cauldron, holding E. To distill, take the file and select the retort located below the cauldron by holding E. Where's the file? Oh.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Strong chamomile a brew. Price 35. Ooh, that's... Okay, so this is actually a good way of making money. I might do more of this. Oh, also, what does the chamomile brew do? Because if it heals, I might, how you say, make more.
Well, now, judging by the smell, I'd say you brewed it perfectly. Thanks for your help, Henry.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Well, if you feel up to it, I'd be right grateful to you if you was to rid me of that damn corpse what's lying there the whole time.
Sure. I'll do the best I can.
When you're done with that, go get some sleep. You won't miss anything, and you need the rest.
I might make more potions first. I'll do the body and then make more potions. Here we go once again. I like her little setup here. I haven't checked what's inside there, though. I think it's probably just a random little thing for the chickens or the dog. Oh. Was that the pig I ended up killing earlier, or nah? So I'm going to check on that pig and see if I can grab anything from it. Where is it? I lost it? Too bad there's like... No, oh, there it is. I was going to say, too bad there's not a marker. Butcher. Yes, please. Get me some pork. It's quite a bit of pork. It's not worth a lot, sadly. I think I might have got quite a bit out of it. How much pork did I get? Oh, it's stolen pork? Wait, why? I have 20 pork, but I don't know why it's stolen. All wild animals except for hares and wolves belong to the king, and their meat is therefore considered stolen. Oh. So hares and wolves are the only ones I'm allowed to have. The rest is stolen.
Ah, fuck. Ah, this damn shoulder. Oof.
After quite a bit of arduous work. There we go. 2 buried bodies right here. Ah, come on, let me over the log. Wonder if I can cook the pork? Because if I can... Oh, wait, is this thing dead too? Are you sleeping? Alright, now that that's done, let's brew some more potions. Let's see if I'm good at this by myself. So, I need chamomile and sage. I have a good amount of both. Wine as a base. Two scoops of chamomile. Bring that to a boil for 1 turn of the glass. Alright, glass is done. Raise that. Sage. Mortar. Grind. Toss that in. File. So what happens if I distill? I made a weak one if I distilled it.
Ah, what if I wasn't supposed to distill
Okay.
it?
So I wasn't supposed to distill it, so I made a weak one. That's a learning experience. It's fine with me. So let's make some more strong ones. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Reset. Return. Yep. Wine. And the reason why I'm doing this is I have a feeling I'm going to need health potions quite often. Was that 1 or 2? I think that was 2. Whatchamacall, I'm going to need health potions, so I would rather make quite a few, and they seem to be able to sell for quite a bit. There we go. Then toss that in there. Get me another file. I hope they have these alchemy places at quite a few places, so I don't, like, mainly so I can keep making it everywhere else rather than having to constantly come back here. Amount 2. Regular chamomile. Was not a strong one. So
Chamomile shouldn't have been boiled on such a high flame.
I burnt it. Okay. So let's try one more. Try to get one perfect one. I also want to check out some of the other recipes if that book has any more after I do this. Because let's say I might be able to make like explosive powder or something like that. Almost done. I wonder if this also gives me some stats. Alright, come on. Try for a strong one, please. Strong one, made 3. Okay, let's take a look and see if there's any more potions. There's not. Oh, that sucks. Alright, oh, didn't mean to do that. Meant to leave the table. How many was I able to make? So I have 2 regular, 3 strong, 1 weak. What happens if I drink this? Oh. Why is my speech and strength down? Is that because I'm sleepy? Alright, I drank that. It did nothing for me. Doesn't say what it does. Oh, wait. For 1 day, sleep will heal you 4 times faster and restore energy 2 times faster. Okay, so sleep becomes better healing. That seems useful. Alright. Drink one of those after making it. Sleep and save, please. Our current time is there. Let's go next morning, I guess.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine. And I plan to take everything.
Rot in hell!
Ugh.
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Strong the dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business. Where's my fucking sword? You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Her again? The old lady? Bashkova or something like that? Bashova?
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Better than yesterday.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh.
I'm
That
Batman.
oath must be
Sorry.
serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Pa, without a doubt. I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Alright. Perk points. Increasing Henry's level will also give you perk points. You can use them to unlock other abilities and upgrades. Alright, let's take a look at these. Stamina, health, energy, nourishment, speech, strength, main level. So, how many perk points do I have? I have 1. Okay. Charming man. Mom always said you should do one good deed every day. You carry that with your mother's wisdom. I get better reputation increase or opportunist. Ooh, that might be a bit better. I can't learn these or something like that right now. I'll hit the minimum level. You wield weapons with ease and naturalness as if you've done nothing else. Childhood. That's bad grammar. The required agility for all weapons will be too lower for you in general. If you have a lower agility than the weapon requires, you'll find it more difficult to fight with, but if you have a higher agility, the stamina consumption will drop. With this perk, you'll reach that state sooner. By the way, fall damage is reduced. Let's hold off on those. Aesthetic, nope. Speech, polished wares. Quality speaks for itself, but you still know how to help it along. When selling weapons, armor, or clothing that are in near perfect or perfect condition, you'll gain 10% more money for them, or silver tongue. You get a +4 speech bonus when haggling, making it easier to negotiate better prices. This seems like the best choice right there, so grab that. Alright. I think that's all the perk points I have left, or do I have more I can spend? I think it's if I level up any of them, I can spend. Oh yeah, that is the case. So Charming Man might be the best. Agility, I kind of want Deft Hands, but that hurts. With the agility. So my agility currently is 7. Sure, let's go for it. But now that that is the case, what is the agility requirement of my weapon? 6. I have a 7, so these are fine. Has a strength requirement. My strength is 5. Ooh. So I'm not doing this as much as I could. So it might be better for me to use the hunting sword for now. Alright. Let's eat. I want to know, like, if I could determine the level of how hungry I am. It's like a hunger meter. Nourishment 82. Okay, so I can eat more. How much did that put me up? Ooh, almost full. Let's go one more. Should be good now. How high can it go?
It's empty.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
Let me just pick up all the food. Bacon? I thought eating pork was illegal. In fact, do I have any food that's starting to go bad? Moonshine. What will the moonshine do? Oh, good nourishment. Not great nutrition. Ooh, the condition of the pork starting to go bad. How do I cook it on my own, though? Do I need to go to like a campfire or something like that? Let's eat these carrots. I want to check if I can
Henry!
cook.
Stop fooling around and sit down!
I can. Okay. Alright, I want to do this. Baked apples? Is that what I get from this? Cooked apples. Okay. What does the tailor's kit do? Repairing clothing and quilted items includes fabric and patches. Condition 20. Oh, it's not good. You gain a small point lead at the start of the game. Can I wear it? No, I can't. So I have cooked pork and odd condition. So let's eat that. How high can my nourishment go? Okay, so 150, I believe. Okay.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you, too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Sir Hans is captured by humans.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
Mercenaries from
They
Hungary.
come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleyov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Yeah.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him,
I admit it, you saved my ass.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll
Sounds
prepare
good.
a bit of food for you, for your journey.
I have a lot of food.
Jenna, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course.
Aw.
And thanks for everything you've done, Bajena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see.
Sounds good.
It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice,
Oh.
you could manage it yourself.
And how would I do that?
Thanks, Pavlana.
Yes.
This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for
I'm gonna
your
have to make a
help
lot
and
of those,
hospitality.
'cause I like
God
saving.
bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein...
I'm sorry to cut him off, but I'm wondering what this buff is. Overeating. What does that do? Maximum stamina is lowered. That's fine.
shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. We got held up in Troskowitz.
Alright.
Nothing
let's
against
chat.
the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Makes sense. I saw Toth at the pond. Who's that?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes, we'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around
I
here.
just don't
But
really
see
believe
you haven't
you.
wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good.
Yeah, do you
know
need a
we
weapon?
might
I have
need
a
it
few
around
extra.
here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Thank you very much. Oh, you didn't need to do that. Got a hobo bag. Deep silver presents. Are we gonna have another title screen? Oh wow, that music is loud. Damn. This is just a really long opening credit scene. We are dirty.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
Uh-huh.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Uh.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
No one there? No one home?
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
I don't think no one's home. Wow.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir
to Ratai! Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered
excrement
in
is
excrement
the work
as
of your men.
emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not. Your shitty hands off me!
Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
That's just great.
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
At home? Break in? Set fire to the establishment.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Oh, God.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Not my fault.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
First, we have to wash and change.
First thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
We'll earn
So
some
we'll
coin.
earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Yeah, what shame we were ambushed.
A laughingstock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bajenas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Hey, that's the chick that was last, like,
What is it?
that was, saved.
It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for.
I'd bear that witch.
Wench! What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Yeah, but would she?
I'd be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. I heard
Doesn't
you
half taste
talk
good
about
today.
your captain.
Oh?
Daddy's wounded.
Oh, hi.
There you go.
Poor
Nice and
Captain
easy.
Thomas might never get back on his feet.